season now at SLU, coming off the first Southland Conference championship in school history a year ago.
I mean, Coach Ayla Gazzardo has done wonders with this program. Started from the bottom, and now she is all the way at the top, like the song says. But preseason picked #1. I mean, it's amazing to see Hammond native on what she's been able to do with the Lady Lions.
And that was Samaya Smith who missed that first, gets it back, tries to put it up again, no good, and Geritano pulls down the rebound. So LSU 2 looks early on, and neither can fall. And we'll see the Lady Lions with the ball. Jalencia Pierre, Cheyenne Daniels, Deja Harvey, Haley Geritano, and Taylor Bell round out the starting 5 for the green and gold. And now here's that star freshman pull-up, and that was smooth. Michaela Williams, fresh off a 42-point outing just earlier this week. And you see Haley Van Leep, Michaela Williams, Anissa Morrow, Lady Tangipahoa, and Samaya Smith, the starting 5 for LSU. And that's going to be a foul called on Taylor Bell. Anissa Morrow was one of the highly coveted transfer portal gets for Coach Kim Mulkey, coming from DePaul.
Morrow's been playing good these last couple games, averaging 13.3 points per game, 5.3 rebounds. She leads the team in blocks with 6 and steals with 13.
An early 4-0 lead for LSU. Now Deja Harvey, quick trigger bang, 3 for Southeastern, and the UC erupts. And man, how much this means for this university and the program she has built here in Hammond. And now that is good. Morrow, a turnaround. She's starting to heat up. And LSU extends its lead 6-3. Southeastern, some dribble handoff movement. Jalencia Pierre pops the 3. Oh, net. Southeastern has knotted it up, back-to-back threes. And the Lady Lions are cooking from beyond the arc.
That was a great shot from Jalencia Pierre. A three-point shot, you don't see much from her, but that was pure.
Now here's Morrow again, blocked by Daniels. And now a loose ball foul.
And that's good. That's good. A great start. And Cheyenne Daniels showing that she's not scared, willing to go up against LSU's post players.
And here's the inbound, easy layup. A little lapse in defense there. And Jalencia Pierre, fresh off a fabulous freshman campaign, but right as I say that, throws it away. A steal for LSU. And now they throw it right back. Deja Harvey gives it to Pierre. No harm, no foul if you're SLU. And she darts to the bucket and finishes. Fired up is Jalencia Pierre, the Springfield native and Amite High alum, right down the road. Ties this game at 8.
I mean, what can you say about Jalencia Pierre except fearless? She is willing to guard anyone, compete against anyone, and finish around the rim. It is great.
The Lady Lions are roaring on defense. Another steal. Geritano can't get it to go. A good look on the baseline. And now the Tigers turn it over. Kim Mulkey in her 3rd season out, 63-9. A gaudy record. And she is a Hammond native herself, as is Coach Ayla Gazzardo. We've got some hometown flavor here at the University Center. Taylor Bell, nice dish, but a rejection. And Samaya Smith says no to Cheyenne Daniels. This is another matchup. Jalencia Pierre on Haley Van Leef. Pierre pulls up, air ball. Don't know if that was maybe partially blocked, and it wasn't. Paul, a graduate transfer from Prairie View A&M University, was their leading scorer a year ago and is a Bruley, Louisiana native.
Kennedy Paul brings a different option than Cheyenne Daniels, a post player that's versatile, able to finish around the rim, but also step out and shoot the 3, which is able to bring better spacing.
And here's Williams from deep. That is good. Michaela Williams.
I mean, it's like she's finishing off exactly how she did in the state championship game last year. You saw those same jump shots. Great.
In this very building as well, Geritano gets it back and gets the friendly roll. And now LSU tries to push the tempo. Flau'Jae Johnson. puts her head down and drives to the hoop. 13-10, LSU leads over halfway through the first quarter of play. And man, the UC has been electric so far.
Built a program, got them their first national championship, and able to put together a team like she has now.
Flau'Jae Johnson's from deep, and it is good. A little something to say to the crowd. And LSU opens up a 6-point lead. And we're right at 2 minutes left in the first quarter of action here. An eventful game, 16-10. LSU with the lead, and they get a turnover. Can't let it slip away from them here at the end of the first quarter. Got to stay within striking distance. See Coach Ayla Gazzardo, the Hammond native, with a Southland Conference tournament title and the school's first ever NCAA berth. Geritano, a little spin move, picks up a screen from Daniels, dishes it back out. Taylor Bell off the front rim. Rebound by Del Rosario for LSU. You see Southeastern with a relentless ball pressure on defense. And Patton got a little too close. Southeastern had cut it to 11-10. The Tigers on a 7-0 run and trying to make it more. It becomes an 8-0 run.
Their guards trying to get over, but just a little bit of a hand check. And the refs are definitely calling it.
Poa sinks both free throws, 20-10 LSU.
To play good defense.
Here's Daniels, SLU's leading scorer on the season, averaging 16 points per game. And here she is again. Tries the pump fake, gets rid of it. And Taylor Bell off the backboard, then the rim, and no good. And LSU, their defense has been questioned to this point, but it has stood tall. Facing off against the reigning national champions, and LSU and the Tigers have got the best of the Lady Lions so far, 20-10 after 1 quarter of play. But there were some glimpses early on for SLU. What do they need to do to get back into this game, Natalie?
Well, ultimately, they need to get back into the flow, their offensive flow. They've kind of let Southeastern's size kind of overpower them a little. They've kind of, once again, kind of not really made the smartest choices on offense. They kind of got a little too deep into the paint.
I believe her second personal of the night, and maybe a bit of a frustration foul as she got blocked at the other end and then came racing down and clearly got the arm of Michaela Williams. We mentioned the number 2 ranked high school recruit in America right here in Louisiana out of Bossier City.
As a freshman, she is producing and producing well. I mean, shooting 62% from the field as a freshman, that's tremendous.
Haley Geritano, little runner in the lane. Cheyenne Daniels, there you go for Southeastern, an offensive rebound. Daniels standing at 6'3", the Shawnee Community College transfer, making her mark.
And that's exactly what the Lady Lions needed. They need to get Cheyenne Daniels back into this game where she's finishing around the rim, she's getting those offensive rebounds, and creating extra possessions for the Lady Lions.
Pull-up jumper off the mark. Rebound last here, Poa. And man, Southeastern just struggling offensively here early in this first half. Some post play. And just getting to her spot and finishing superbly is Samaya Smith, the sophomore out of DeSoto, Texas, and she's probably been LSU's most improved player so far early this season. As she was really more of a role player a year ago, but now really coming into the fold, especially with the absence of Angel Reese. And if you were wondering, fans, Angel Reese is not active tonight. That is all we know, but no, she was benched earlier in the week. Samaya Smith and company will try to fill that void for LSU, and so far, so good for the Tigers. They're up 12. And this is one to watch. Avery Berry, the freshman point guard, backing up Jalencia Pierre, getting quality minutes here against the reigning national champions. Good ball movement and Kennedy Paul.
That is a shot that Kennedy Paul needed to see go in. She needs to be confident in that short jumper, especially when going against the bigger post that wants to stay in the paint. Been making kind of silly fouls and letting them have easy shots.
LSU had that somewhat pretty good team and could make a deep run in March Madness. Kind of seems silly to get so upset, drama circulating. LSU, are they, with all the names on this team, can they repeat? Early bump in the road, but Coach Kim Mulkey, I mean, who else would you want at the helm? She's been through it all, won it all, multiple times as a player. SLU's a scrappy bunch, Southland Conference champs, and Coach Gazzardo's got a heck of a program she's built here in Hammond.
For both teams, I mean, it's the beginning of the season, so you don't expect.
And she's not shy. She'll shoot the rock. Has made some Williams a good look. No good, but
you cannot leave her open like that.
Giratano trying to find Paul, but LSU has played good defense up to this point, and again, here's a steal. That was Williams, and she's going to be
harder for Southeastern to get back and set up their defense.
Already talked about her quite a bit here tonight, and rightfully so. Standing at 6 foot. Really a do-it-all player offensively for LSU, and got a steal at the other end as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of trust that Coach Mulkey is putting in a freshman. She's starting and producing, and I mean, they're giving her the ball, and they are allowing her to work.
Here she is again, but Giratano, and that's going to be a charge. Southeastern fired up, and what a addition she has been as a true freshman. Talk about Michaela Williams for LSU with Barry. Backdoor cut right on cue with the finish. And one. Crowd on their feet.
And like you said earlier, her being able to come in and give Jalencia Pierre a break. I know Coach Gazzardo was so happy with the performance that Avery Berry has been able to put on these last 2 games.
Barry just missed out on the three-point play, couldn't get the free throw to go, but Southeastern gaining some momentum late in this first half. Crowd getting back into it. LSU needs a bucket here to stop the bleeding and momentum for the Lady Lions. Deep into the shot clock, off the back rim, and a nice tip to keep the possession alive. Samaya Smith, that is a backbreaker for Southeastern. They'll have to defend again. Smith gets to her spot, no good. Flau'Jae Johnson, and one. Sophomore out of Savannah, Georgia, was a fire plug last year for the Tigers, and offensive rebound, another foul.
Another thing is you have Taylor Bell and Cheyenne Daniels with 2 fouls still in the game. Taylor Bell still looking to play smart. Cheyenne Daniels was just subbed out. But that's another thing. Southeastern's post players have to play smart.
Barry feeds it inside the Bell, who's immediately double-teamed. Paul from 3. It's good! A rainbow 3 from Kennedy Paul. LSU with the turnover. Barry trying to push the pace, maybe slows it down a little. It is a 5-on-4. Corner 3, Deja Harvey. That would have been huge. LSU with the board going the other way is Williams. Spin move, loses her footing. But Flau'Jae Johnson is there to clean it up on the offensive glass. And, man, that has been really the difference tonight. Just got to box out. Can't make mistakes against the reigning national champs. Taylor Bell, the junior out of Shreveport, Louisiana. And caught fire from deep. Has already, believe, made 1 3-ball in this game. Can't get the second one to go, but Southeastern could use some of that magic. Flau'Jae Johnson trying to get it down to Smith, who lost her footing, and that's going to be a foul.
A crowd like this, you know, they're used to it, able to stay calm.
She does miss the second. Giratano with the board, so under a minute to play. Southeastern, I'd say if you're Coach Gazzardo, I think a reasonable goal would try to get this one back to within single digits at the 000s of the first half. Trailing by 11 can get it to within 9 or possibly 8 on this possession. Deja Harvey makes her move. Giratano passes the open 3, but gets a better look and makes it. Pull-up jumper, nice ball fake by the senior out of Ponchatoula. 9-point game, and this is a huge defensive opportunity for Southeastern to keep this one under 10 LSU will hold for the final shot. Michaela Williams with the ball, and I'd be shocked if she doesn't take this one. Eurostep loses the ball. Southeastern is going to have to heave it. Geritano, and partially blocked and short.
Having a freshman guard that has been able to step up and kind of accept the moment, accept her role, and she's been doing great.
Haley Van Leeth will start things off for the Tigers. And point blank is no good, but Flau'Jae Johnson flies through to get a board, and LSU still has the ball. Johnson gets it again. I believe it was off of Morrow. And you were stressing it, Natalie, on this possession. Comes back to bite him. And a beautiful move by Johnson. Just that first step is so quick. The athleticism on full disposal for the sophomore.
And you talking about her athleticism, like we said, her being a guard, but she has pretty much led LSU with these offensive rebounds, and she's capitalizing off of them.
Here's Johnson. Maybe trying to do a little Showtime Lakers with the, I don't know if that was a no-look pass, but it got to Van Leet. Definitely don't want to see this game get away from them. Kind of did against Mississippi State in the third quarter. Need to be better here if they want to stick around with the Tigers. And a lot of contact, and a foul is called on Johnson. Geritano
attacking the rim, ultimately getting the opportunity at the free throw line to gain some easy points.
Geritano, a fourth-year player. I mean, everyone plays so hard for this team, just tenacity and grit, but really kind of the heart and soul of Southeastern in her final season. Enough to throw off the shot, and a nice spin by Williams, but no good is the shot. Pierre going the other way for Southeastern, and here's Geritano. Nice crossover on Johnson. Has to pick up her dribble. Paul from deep off the rim. And her offensive rebound for Southeastern. Geritano, second bite at the apple, no good. Paul with the offensive rebound again. A lot of contact, no call. And Coach Gazzardo can't believe it. And I have to say, I think she had a point. Surprised to see no whistle, and at the other end, Southeastern.
SOU's last possession, they shot a lot of threes. Even in the offensive rebound, they settled beyond the arc, and really they need to get back to being aggressive.
Just over 3 minutes into the third quarter, they lead by 13, outscoring the Lady Lions by 4 here in this quarter. Williams to the paint, nearly an and one, it rattles out. And they've shown flashes tonight, but
not many that can just stay in front of her. I mean, like you mentioned, a powerful, she's so strong when driving to the rim.
Geritano dishes it off to Barry, back to Geritano. Shot clock under 10. Taylor Bell. And she will be whistled for the travel. A turnover, but got to give credit to LSU's defense. They've been questioned coming into this game, but they have showed up tonight. Williams, pull-up J is crisp. Want to stop the bleeding. Don't want to let this deficit balloon to 20 or more points. Here's Pierre. Quick drive off the rim, no good. Van Leeth, that's a veteran play. She initiated the contact there. Gets a cheeky one there. Smart play, though, by the transfer from Louisville.
Van Leeth and Poa have kind of been doing that all night. I think they really know that Jen Pierre, Avery Berry, they are really aggressive on defense.
LSU up by 19, their largest lead of the game. Pierre gets baseline, dishes it back out, and that'll be a turnover. See head coach Kim Mulkey. Went to Hammond High School, a graduate, led them to 4 high school state championships, as well as being the valedictorian with a 4.0 GPA. What can Kim Mulkey do?
At this point, she is legendary from all aspects.
Championships and success have followed her at all levels. In high school as a player, in college as a player, and then as a head coach. And Van Leeth sinks the triple. LSU opens up a 22-point margin. Southeastern desperately needs some points, and they won't get it that way. Flau'Jae Johnson, coast-to-coast lay. The Tigers are up by 24, and Coach Gazzardo signals for a timeout.
That is something that I said before. LSU is jumping
Southeastern inbounding it. Geritano with the dish, finds its way back to the point guard. Now back to Geritano. Here's Barry. And that's going to be a travel. Just not much SLU has been able to find on the offensive end. Just kind of sputtering here in the third quarter.
LSU has not allowed Southeastern to have any easy points.
Trying to right the ship and get back to winning ways on a 3-game win streak, trying to make it 4 here in firm control on the road. Interstate game. And that's a nice dribble drive by Taylor Bell. Southeastern showing a little life here at the end of the third quarter. Van Lith, dribble, drive, pull up, gets the friendly bounce. I mean, an embarrassment of riches in the transfer portal. Haley Van Lith and Anissa Morrow. And Taylor Bell. Two Louisiana teams coming together, putting on a show. Morrow off the mark, but again, didn't play too much a year ago, but has seen her minutes drastically increase. Smith is true on the second attempt, 62-38, under 2 seconds, and Southeastern will have to heave it up, and that won't count even if it goes off the backboard from Flowers. And the Tigers lead by 24. Southeastern found themselves on the wrong end of that third quarter. Trail by 9 at the half, trail by 24 here now, and no good. And Johnson will now have possession of the rock, and she gives it to Van Lith for LSU.
Once again, off of the break, Southeastern is coming back a little bit slow. They're kind of going through another offensive slump.
Van Lith kicks it back out to Barry, and Barry says, no, you take it right back. Creates you a shot. Shot clock under 10. Geritano baseline, pull up, off the back rim. And no good. Johnson gets the rebound for LSU.
LSU is continuing to keep a high pace, a fast-paced game, while Southeastern has kind of slowed theirs down.
Three-pointer from Van Lith is true. And Van Lith, the coveted addition out of the portal, is starting to heat up for the Tigers.
Yeah, like you said, we talked about her being in foul trouble this first half, but she is definitely making up.
67-38. LSU leads by 29, their largest of the game. Under 6 minutes to play here in Hammond, America. Deja Harvey tries to find Daniels, and that's going to be a foul. Score averaging 16 points per game through the opening 3 contests of the season. The entire Lady Lion offense, but Daniels trying to make the back end of the 2 free throws. Poa now taking it out for LSU and back into the hands of Van Lith. Thought about shooting the 3. Now dishes it, and it will be a turnover. Daniels on the ground trying to get it. It'll be a jump ball. All but over, but still pride to play for in this interstate matchup. And just going forward for these 2 championship caliber programs.
Definitely, like you said, LSU has extended the lead, but there's still a lot to play for Southeastern. Kid is pure. She has a great touch around the rim, and another player that has been able to step up for Southeastern.
Paul and Daniels figure to be key cogs going forward for SLU this season. And that's going to be a double dribble called. And everyone wanted her as she entered the transfer portal, and Coach Kim Mulkey was able to nab her, and she's proven to be a very, very nice addition to this LSU squad. Geritano with the rock for Southeastern. Nice move to create some space, and she sinks the jump. The savvy senior vet gets a tough bucket for SLU.
There is one thing about Haley Geritano. You think you've got her on defense, and she always makes a nice counter.
Transfer get for LSU during this offseason. And now here's Barry. Nifty move. Finger. And she has shown the ability to shoot from beyond the arc. Just couldn't get it to go on that one. Baseline drive. Some contact Out of gas in the third quarter, the size and athleticism of the 7th-ranked LSU Tigers and defending national. LSU moving the rock. Poa, Van Lit, step back three, off the mark. And almost another offensive rebound for the Tigers. Kateri Pool, excuse me. And now LSU trying to save it. Almost got a steal, but Geritano is true on the baseline jumper.
That is someone that needs to get back into the flow of the offense. This team flows off of Haley Geritano, their leader. When she is able to get good buckets and bring a spark, Southeastern's off to a good note.
Kateri Poole with the dish, and she picks up the assist as Amani Bartlett makes the jumper. 73-49 LSU, as we're now well under a minute here in the waning moments of this contest in Hammond, Louisiana. Offensive board by Paul.
You have two bigs in right now. You have Kennedy Paul and you have Cheyenne Daniels. This game is not over.
Certainly so, as Southeastern was picked by the SLC media to repeat as conference champs. Coach Gazzardo preaching to the team, cannot be satisfied from the triumph of last year. They're even hungrier this time around. And you could see the pieces that they have were able to hang with the defending national champs in that first half. Just kind of ran out of steam in the second. And LSU will milk the final seconds of this one. 73-50 will be our final score as Coach Kim Mulkey comes back to her hometown in Hammond and greets Coach Ayla Gazzardo, two Hammond natives here at the Pride Roofing University Center. A nice embrace from the two.